Hello and welcome to the Fabulous Fear Machine, a brand new, just came out 5 minutes ago game that is all about spreading spooky fear around the world. It is a strategy game with a bit of a horror twist, done in this incredible kind of pop comic art style that you so rarely see in a video game format, and I think that they've done a fantastic job from what I've seen in the trailers and the screenshots. This game is all about running the Fabulous Fear Machine and driving insanity, spooks throughout the world, I guess, trying to scare people, trying to take control of the world via fear. It reminds me from first look at games like Shadow of the Forbidden Gods, which is a fantastic indie game with a similar kind of bent to it. But we decided for this October we wanted to check out some spooky games. I love checking out strategy games all the time. They're my main jam. So let's, without further ado, hop into it. I guess we're starting with this tutorial, which is great because I don't know how to play the game. We'll give it a peek. Before you sit down at the contents of the controls of the Fear Machine, we're going to spend some time in the test arena. An excellent drag name, the Fabulous Fear Machine. I got a feeling we'll get some good drag outfits in here. The test zone is designed for learning how the machine works and your objective in the missions. Agent Dummy will accompany you to your tasks. Like you, he's new to our organization. At your orders. The map of our test region shows 2 fictitious regions, Rumoria and the Republic of Hoaxia. Great names. I love this cardboard box. Our 3 practice scenarios take place in them. Let's get started. I mean, I love a good game just about the occult. The main function of the machine is to generate fear, to prepare the population to accept your messages. In this first scenario, your objective will be to transmit this message in Rumoria. Obey our orders. But for the population to accept it, you must have sufficient fear. The fear experienced by a region's population is determined by its 4 psychic centers: the power, the form, the passions, and the occult. You can increase the power of these centers by increasing the terrors that feed them. Terror of the irrational, the unknown, death and violence, pain and decrepitude, future and conspiracy. Like the 4 chaos gods of Warhammer. I can't help myself. Before getting started, every fear needs a seed. Drag your fear seed and plant it in the region. Cool. The fear is spreading across the region and Agent Dummy has reached the city closest to the seed. Fraudville. I reached the lakes of Fraudville and await your orders. To kill time, I filled my pockets with breadcrumbs, but soon I realized my error. What do these cardboard pigeons eat? I'm going to find out. Now that you've discovered the city, you can place your legends in it. Close the pop-up. I'll show you how. Mining, exploration, extracts essences, infiltrates. Okay, cool. Use legends to intensify the terrors of each psychic center and increase the region's total fear. Click the terror button to display the available legends affecting each one of them. Let's do occult. Rain of frogs. Oh my god, yes please. It costs us 200 gas. We're gonna gas it up. Let it cook. Here you can see information about your legend. We'll return to this pop-up shortly, but for now, close it. Today's weather report predicts morning sunshine. Many actions, such as developing your legends, use up time. Controlling it is going to be essential to your work. I get a little like evil genius from this as well. Press spacebar once to pause and resume time. Hold it to speed it up. Ha 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 ha. The bar reaches the maximum. Click the legend to evolve it. As you evolve your legends, the fear they generate in the region grows. To evolve your legend, you need a specific amount of its corresponding essence. Essence are extracted from the city using your agent. Okay, I'm getting it. Implant essences so that you can extract them with your agent. To evolve your legend in the occult family, you will need Vision's essence. Look at the color of that legend frame to see which essence requires it. Okay. Aha, okay. Politics, Gaia, blood, visions, destiny, pop, science, root, oleum. Donk. Okay, so we're probably going to get like a multiple of these like agents that we send around the world. And some areas will probably like harvest so that we can pump up other regions. Boop, 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 boop. If you assign a concept that fits well with the nature of the legend, you'll get an extra boost of the terrors in that evolution. Think carefully what you choose. Apply logic and common sense and you'll strengthen your legend. Oh, I love this. Okay, drag one and try it out. What goes well with a rain of frogs? Plague? I'm just thinking of like... I feel like plague. Because this is like one of the traditional plagues in history. In religious history. I'm gonna go with plague. Bonus! Cool. Partly cloudy skies in the afternoon. Miracle or natural phenomenon? The appearance of thousands of frogs confound local authorities. Flies? Plague of flies? Plague was the right choice. Terror of the irrational and unknown goes up. Now what do we do? Now you've got it. Fear in the region is high enough for your population to be receptive to your message. Tutorial 1 complete. The will of the inhabitants has been crushed. Nothing like a wave of fear to get people to believe anything you want them. Boop, boop. We have to transmit 2 messages, 1 in each region. Hover over the cursor to see the requirements. To transmit them, you need to increase fear in the region to the indicated level. Drag the seed. Oop. Oop, oop. Head over to Fraudville. I go back to Fraudville's main square, this time with a handful of fake breadcrumbs made of crumpled paper. I sit down on the bench to wait for the cardboard pigeons to devour them. My plan is foolproof. What's this guy doing? Place a legend in the location you just explored. Legends only affect fear in the region. To increase fear in other regions, you have to place other legends in them. Okay. Let's do Terror of the Future. Maybe. The Climate Machine. Oh, that's perfect. This is something we all deal with on the regular. The weather's been crazy. We also got Terror of Pain and Terror of Death as part of that. Oh, you're ready to go. Well, that wasn't hard. Now that your fear blob has reached the borders of the Republic of Hoaxia, it will be able to expand into it. Fear's expansion will depend on the terrors in the region, and you need legends to intensify them. Each time you create a legend, it consumes oleum. To generate it, you need to implant pumps in the cities. You will only be able to do this in cities located inside the fear blob. These cities will turn white when it's possible to plant a pump in them. City is now white. It means you can implant a pump, blah, 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 blah. Scarce resource. Only implant 1 pump per city. I see. Okay. How much oleum you get at the end of the cycle. If you hover over the cursor, you'll see a breakdown of everything. By flame. You will now have to meet the requirement for the Republic of Hoaxia's message. Drag your agent to the city. And explore. Oh, I see. And this is like time. Cool. This game is too real. In the heart of the fear machine burns a flame fueled by oleum. As the days go by, the machine's flame gets hotter and bigger. The larger the flame, the more oleum it will consume at the end of each cycle. The flame's growth depends solely on the passage of time and not on the actions or status of your mission. Oleum is an essential resource. It's important for you to expand your fear blob quickly in order to implant oleum pumps in cities. So this is a lot of Shadows of the Forbidden Gods in it. In a great way. This is kind of like World Panic. Functions in a similar manner. Fib City. The Great Lake of Fib City presents a tranquil, placid, and silent landscape. Calm and serenity reign as if it were a stage set. On the other hand, nothing out of the ordinary, considering that this is actually a stage set. The Great Lake and the train station. When you have enough oleum, place a legend in the city. Why don't we go with the Terror of Death? Or violence. Express kidnappings. Why not? Last thing you remember is stopping at a red light. Terror of conspiracy. So interesting. So different things add together. So like we get extra conspiracy here because of that. You have to evolve your legends, implant a corresponding essence, and extract it with your agent. So we need to go click, 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 click. The blood essence. Then we can speed up till he is 5. I guess we can get that from anywhere. Threat is the obvious choice here. Express kidnapping. He's threatening him with a gun. Or rescue. But I feel like threat. Bonus! While calmly listening to the car radio. Ooh, spooky. What a traffic jam I'm in. Sorry I'm gonna be late. Lock the doors and don't roll down those windows. Haven't you heard about those kidnappers? Who's this? H. Vote for our candidate in the Republic of Hoaxia. Rescue. Yeah, maybe rescue would have been like counterintuitive. A number of new members of your party shot up in Rumoria, and the candidate broke all the records of electoral support in the Republic of Hoaxia. Okay, so it does get to like political taking over thing. In our final scenario, you'll find that you can run into certain obstacles in your path. Secret agents, perhaps? Hate our competitors. Buy our products. You need to complete the missions, increase fear in the regions, and transmit your regions. Seed. Fraudville. I found the ground covered with breadcrumbs and little balls of crumpled paper, the same ones I brought on my previous visit. It's time for me to throw in the towel, so I kill time by sweeping up this disaster as I wait for your orders. The Old Tavern and the statue of the Founding Father. Should I explore this? Drag a legend you want to create in the open slot of the city. I'm going to say post-coitum surprise. A chat message, a coffee, and a romantic dinner. Dum dum dum. When fear reaches the city, implant a pump into it. Bada bing, get us some oleum. A rival has come on the scene. Never lose sight of your rivals. Their interests conflict with yours, and they will try to extend their own influence on the map. You need to have one of your agents infiltrate and find out everything you can. Drag it to the rivals panel. Infiltrate. This is also ready to be upgraded. I wish we could do that. Can we do that? You know what? It's a tutorial. We don't need to. Mrs. Big Shot. The Fear Machine's activity in the region has started to conflict with the interests of this company, which will do everything in its power to eliminate your influence and expand its own Megabucks Limited to transmit its own message in the region to get us out of the way. Initiative points. If your rival loses these, it's destroyed. They have funds, they have movements. You can also order your agent to make incursions into your rival's organization to find out its weak points and its dirty laundry. Sure. She's going to get some money here and do something, I guess. Movements, they use their own initiative points to create them. When a rival fund bar becomes full, it places these movements on the map to extend its area of influence. If a rival's area extends over the entire region, it will conquer it. You will not be able to transmit your message. We're getting all this oleum, but I don't really feel like I need it. I slip into the building's lobby, which is monitored by several cardboard security cameras. I try not to look suspicious. In the directory, I see two places that seem interesting. The director's office and the trash room. I guess let's go with the trash room. Trash room is clean and orderly as an operating room. Something tells me that this building doesn't see much real activity. I go through a bag filled with scraps of paper and I've got it. The company wanted to get rid of an extremely incriminating dossier. We can finish Megabucks Limited if we leak the contents of these papers. You found damaging information about your rival. Now can you use it to weaken and neutralize its movement? Each piece of information requires a different resource, and that piece can only be used once. Now that you have incriminating evidence, explore the city where your rival's movements is active. Use the information to take initiative points away from the agent. Ew. Oh, I guess I still haven't gotten this up high enough. Buy our products. Dum dum dum. Fib City. I return to Fib City and stroll on the banks of the Great Lake. The water is dissolving the cardboard of the set, and in some places I sink as if walking on quicksand. Whose idea was this? Influence campaign. Super secret documents. So is she totally dead now? You've gotten rid of your rival. Yes. Now you can focus on blah, 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 blah. Evolve your legends and spread fear. So I need to implant Gaia here and extract it. And then I also need... What else can we do? Climate machine, rain of frogs, rain of frogs. I guess we'll go with another climate machine. We're going to evolve the post-coitum surprise. Oh, no, we can't yet. Wait. Yes, we can. We just need to collect it. Smoke, rouge, cardboard, foreigner, mountain, happiness, adults, sex. Sex seems like the obvious answer. Bonus. A suite, a bottle of champagne, and a night of passion. Get a load of this hunk. We've got a date tonight. Be careful. I've heard stories about weirdos running loose on those apps. Ah, so this is going up now, which means we can spread our message. And I guess if I was to... Can I change this? Oh, I guess not. At least new ones. But this I can evolve again. And this seems to be going up enough anyway. Ooh. Adults. Bonus. Welcome to the club. A hangover, a deserted room, and a terrifying message. First, he secludes his victims, and then he infects them with that disease out of revenge or for fun. Who knows? Doop, doop, doop. And that's it. We gotta get into the real game. You've learned the basic skills for sitting at the controls of the machine. You need to remember any term or action, consult the manual. The real journey starts now. Oh, I like that there's like multiple. Oh, wow, there's all sorts of stuff. Normal difficulty, easy mode. I guess we'll go normal. The double blind. I didn't realize there would be like story modes so much as like an open campaign. Mine? Mine? The spooky haunted carnival. Hello, Jen. I'm happy to see that you finally made it. I've been waiting for you a long time. Did you have a hard time finding us? Let's just say that you didn't make it easy for me. The fact that the final clue was in today's time struck me as cliché, albeit a charming one. I wanted to confess that it was my idea. I wanted to give your search a genuinely British touch. I could see that. Good thing it didn't occur to you to hide the coordinates in a cone of fish and chips. In any case, I'm here now, so let's get started without delay. Direct and to the point. I expected no less from a superior scientific mind like yours. But first, I need to double check something. You are aware of the conditions of the agreement, right? Your message was very clear in that sense, and you're willing to go forward anyway? Do you think I would leave the laboratory in the middle of the worst storm in a decade if I wasn't? Let's get started without delay. Go ahead and make a wish. May it be so, your destiny and that of the machine are now intertwined. Listen to me carefully, Jen Hammond. From this moment on, you will be mistress of the machine. Make good use of your time and the power I've given you to do your will. Make fear and your ambition rule the world. Until your wish comes true, the machine and its agents are at your order. I will guide and advise you, and I will also write your story, which will be entitled Double Blind. So shocking that you won't take your eyes off of it. A thrilling story full of ambition, diseases, and pill bottles. Is this about COVID? Uh-oh. Let's begin! Once upon a time, an ambitious young researcher who had spent her childhood in an environment of formaldehyde, solitude, and white lab coats. I guess we in it now. Mission 1, No One is Watching. How the sad and lonely Jen Hammond became the most powerful scientist in the British Isles overnight. Yeesh, cutting out this pigeon's eyeballs. Expand the influence of Phaedro Farm and climb the ladder to become the CEO of the region's most powerful pharmaceutical company. I need to make people believe that only Phaedro drugs guarantee good health, fear in the region, and terror of the decrepitude. Generic drugs should be outlawed, and all natural remedies are dangerous. I can have Aphias or Renee. 133 or 322. I feel like Renee is a better choice. She's also good at extracting. So let's go with her. Thanks to your talent, Jen, you've been hired as Phaedro Farm's youngest researcher. The once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for someone as intelligent and ambitious as you. How far are you willing to go to take advantage? Use the machine's power to transmit your messages to expand the influence of Phaedro Farm and make it the dominant pharmaceutical company in the British Isles, while simultaneously seizing control of the company. Not bad for a newcomer. You must transmit your message in 3 regions and keep your rivals from doing it first. Are you ready? You bet I am. Oh, cool. Okay, so we do get like all sorts of different legends. You have the messages you need to spread in the mission. Drag each one to the region where you want to transmit it to, but don't worry, you'll be able to move your messages to other regions wherever you want before you transmit them. Keep its requirements in mind. Let's go. Generic drugs should be outlawed in England and Wales. Natural remedies are dangerous in Ireland, and Phaedro drugs guarantee good health in Scotland. Oh, and I'm an Irish boy at heart, so we'll start in Ireland. Dublin. O'Connell Street. Every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. A certain Oscar Wilde supposedly wrote that in this city. Do you think he was talking about us? Ireland is going to fit into our plans perfectly, mistress. Well, I feel like I should implant Gaia in here. because this is going to be our first terror of the decrepitude. Contaminated wells and the sandbox virus. Let's go contaminated wells. First, you notice a strange odor of bleach. Now, she extracts fast, so I should be able to level this up quickly. Hiring surge at Phaedro Farm. At some point, the future of the company will be the hands of the new blood, says its veteran CEO. Cute little teletype. I guess I should move myself over just a little bit here. Just a smidge out of the way. All right, we got a bit of Gaia. That's enough to upgrade this. So I need to wait for it to grow in fear. Can I add these viruses to cities that I don't have control of? No. Okay. I must just be patient. I can have them explore. I don't know how many cycles this is going to take. Let's have them explore right now. I think this should only take 2 to upgrade. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Constructing gas right away might be a good idea. Yeah, maybe. Quite possibly. I guess we have enough for this, too. So contaminated wells, subsoil obviously makes sense. Chemicals. A strange odor of bleach would be chemical. I think it's chemical, subsoil, and disease are probably the ones we need here. You see something very unusual about its color. Wastewater being discharged to local river. This place looks familiar. Doop, 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 doop. I suppose that we could also just like put a pump in the second slot as well. You've received a reward for increasing your mastery. The mastery index measures the total amount of fear you're creating on the map. Increasing your mastery allows you to get rewards. Click on its icon to receive it. A new agent to help us. A Lifus, who's good at exploring. Oh, well, that is fantastic. Let's throw you in Scotland. Step on the gas. An event has appeared. Events like this appear in different regions of the map. You can use events to your advantage. Investigate them with an agent. Local government wants to cut healthcare spending by encouraging kids to play sports. Oh no. Having generation of healthy kids is not in our interest. So we can move them over afterwards. In the meantime, we study the portrait of a former lord of his castle. Luxurious clothing contrasts with woodworm that's developing the wooden picture frame. Devouring the wooden picture frame. Is this a metaphor? If it is, I don't think it contributes anything to our mission. So here, I should be able to implant oleum. Refine some of your essences from the pumps. Converting your essence to oleum isn't cheap, but it can get you out of a jam. Okay. Well, I don't think I need to do that, but I probably need to do a couple cycles of this. And it, I suspect, wouldn't hurt. Put some other weird stuff in here. What do we need for these wind conditions? All remedies are dangerous. This needs decrepitude. I could do fake prosthesis in here. They import them on the sly to get better prices. And we've discovered Glasgow. Scotland's heart beats to the rhythm of the trains coming and going from its main station. Soon all these passengers will be like frightened sheep in our hands. No fear. That's fine. I'm going to put you here and infiltrate. And I'd like to put the sandbox virus, but I don't have enough oleum for it. Which means probably once there's enough fear here in Scotland, I should also... try to get an oleum pump here. It's going to go up. We're so close to 65. Ooh. 10 soccer players died on the field. We can publish the following article and actually gain 5 tier of the decrepitude. Let's do that. That's worth it. Is exercise really all that good for you? We ask our greatest minds. Your agents acquire XP by executing actions. When their experience bar becomes full, they reveal fragments of their past. They will level up and improve their abilities. Level up. I want to hear your story, Renee. Now speak. I am one of 6 sisters. I never knew my father, and my mother drank so much that she couldn't remember my name. My only salvation from my misery was a sketchbook and crayons and a prodigious imagination. Renee levels up, and we have discovered that she is an artist. Ooh, and I need TV to level her up again. I think I'm gonna put someone here to... Oh, it costs so much to explore, though. It's free to explore cities you're already in. Can I upgrade this? I need 3. I see. All right, well, let's upgrade fake prosthesis. Contraband. That seems to make sense. Ding, 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 ding. The doctors, they're in on it, naturally. I think I'm gonna lose my leg. They told me it was top quality, but after the implant, I developed a terrible infection. And I think that should push Ireland into believing the message. The double blind. Knights of Cold Dinner. The famous Doctors Hammond receive a new award. A gifted student. Shall we wait for someone to take the photos, miss? Pharmacy sales boost 75%. Ooh. Good work, Jen. In a few days, the board of directors will announce your promotion to the head of projects and research. I'd like to get that. That'd be nice. And we have enough gas for the sandbox virus. Is that what we want? Yeah, totally. Step on the gas. It all starts with an innocent sneeze. Parry on, how you doing, dude? Welcome to the fear machine. Oh, and we have a rival now, too. What was that noise? This. A lucky card. Gets 1 unit of each essence implanted in the region. +1 to an agent's stealth. Or freeze a rival's movement for 60 turns. I feel like let's get the spy. Drag them where you want to apply their effects. Put them on you. You're not as good yet, so. You've discovered Ashton Lane. After the 3rd beer, I enter the bar's restroom and see this written on the walls. Want to find out what a real man is like? Then call 677-455-4339. Call the number. Welcome to the information line of Bauer Harris Institute, and for the next 20 minutes, it brings me up to date on the most recent studies about the negative impact of sexual and gender stereotypes. An unexpected but very instructive lecture. 20 XP. And they leveled up. And we can put an oleum refinery in here. And we can level you up. I had to close my eyes, immerse myself in the dark void that emerged behind my eyeballs. I would let myself drift, God was leading me, or so I wanted to think. And in the darkest depths, I was capable of seeing what no one else sees. A mystic. Cool. Oh, I don't have to do anything for this event. I just get gas. I need you to spy on this rival as we figure out what's going on here. Pop beep. What does that mean? Ah, pop beep. I guess I like don't need to level these legends up anymore. Weep. Victor Hesselberg, General Manager of Hessel Biofarm, one of Europe's oldest global pharmaceutical companies, founded by the Hesselberg family in Berlin in 1927. Control of the company has always passed down to the family's eldest child. He wants to consolidate his growth in Great Britain and to remain the #1 pharmaceutical company in the world. This guy's like really good at spying, so let's start an incursion here. See what kind of shenanigans we can get up to. Hello, Miss Hammond. I've received some news about you from our London office. Did you know that your parents worked for Hessel many years ago? Quite a surprise to meet you. They never mentioned they had a daughter. I hope you can live up to their tremendous legacy. Praise your parents or assert your independence? I'm going to assert my independence because clearly she has a problem with her parents. It's a mistake to compare me to my parents, Mr. Hesselberg. I got where I am on my own merits. No one has handed me anything. Arrogant and haughty, a true Hammond. You're more like your parents than you think. Curses. We got some visions. Ooh, and we can upgrade the sandbox virus. Tissue? Sneeze? Tissue? Biology? I'm gonna go with tissue. Kids don't know how to use tissues. Bonus! Droplets of saliva floating in the air. A doctor friend of mine swore to me the virus is going to spread to all our parks. Our children are doomed. Nice. All right, we've already got that up. Now we just need to get the fear. We need to give him the fear. We have enough gas to put a second fear card here. Question is, what kind do we want? Do we want Sharpie the Clown or Phantoms of the Tunnel? I like the idea of a Scottish clown scaring everybody. The circus has come to town. We're gonna need heart cards for this though. And an agent. My agent's busy there. This guy's not doing anything. Let's put you here and have you extract a couple cycles of that. I don't know if it's worth it to upgrade these anymore. Just because we already like have this done. Don't forget to evolve the cards. I mean, I guess if I do it, they do expand further. Boop, boop. The luxury of the top floors of Hessel's British subsidiary contrast with the filth and gloom of the garage. Nothing of interest, just darkness and dust. Coming from inside the maintenance room, a clink of bottles and murmuring. 100% chance. The elderly janitor drunk and sitting on the floor. If I live like a rat and work like a rat inside this rat's nest, what does that make me? As he looks at me with hollow eyes while taking a swig from the bottle. This man is hitting bottom. If I had 3 candles, I could do the melancholy janitor. The changing room. I feel like I should just have this guy messing with Victor Hesselberg. Right? Oh. No, I'm not clear about this. Because this looks like it uses stealth, which I am using the most important thing. Even though this is extraction, this seems to be like, this will maybe apply 50% extraction penalty on him. I'm going to send a guy. I think that is correct. We're going to see. Can't go wrong with a good old college try. Yeah, we'll get some more green goop shortly. Oh, you know what? We might actually hit 70% here naturally. Oh, I guess with Sharpie the Clown we will. The circus has come to town. What a joke. Boys and girls, excitement, fun, and lots of laughter. These freaks with their painted faces have always terrified me. As a child, I used to burst into tears just seeing them on TV. We're really going after the children of Scotland. I didn't really do that on purpose, but I guess what's done is done. Oh yeah, 50%. Ah, I see. We enter the workers' changing room, an enormous ventilated room that smells of bleach and dirty clothes. I tear off the padlock and open the locker. Inside, there's a box full of crudely printed leaflets. Let's put an end to labor abuses. Strike at Hessel Biofarm. I put one in my pocket and wipe off the ink of my fingertips. If we can stroke the union's resentments, they'll call a strike in the subsidiary. All right, well, I'm just going to keep doing these because I need to do up to 7 damage to him to get rid of him. I really did more hurts, did I? What was the, you need candles, which I could get here. I can just change this anytime I want. I'm going to extract 1 cycle so I could upgrade one of these. And then, yeah, look at that. We got Scotland. Get the funds in a second. Years of hard work. I know talent when I see it, Jen. You sure know how to take the eyeballs out of things. Top seller in the region's pharmacies. Well, we are cooking. We're cooking with gas. But we do got to get into England and Wales here. Uh-oh. Annual Grand Charity Gala. I'm about to retire, and I'm going to propose you as my successor. The board will make its decision in the next few days. Play your cards right, and good luck. Effects. No effects. Active movement of your rival. I need to explore the city. But I need an agent to do that, which I'm about to get back. The desk of the accounting director is as orderly and spotless as a museum exhibit. Stacks of documents, freshly sharpened pencils, a family photo, and some portraits of Daddy. All of it arranged at perfect right angles. His laptop is turned on, but it's locked. Try to unlock it. What if I try the name of the boy who drew these pictures? Exactly! I browsed through dozens of balance sheets and something doesn't add up. The accounting director has been cooking the books of the subsidiary for over a decade. An accounting shortfall. Excellent. That one we have the gas for. But I need you to explore the city first and figure out what's going on in Wales or in York. My British geography, not so great. You've got enough to increase the contaminated wells. Disease? Ecosystem? I mean, these all seem right. An awful taste when you drink it. For 50 years I've been drinking under these wells, and I never had anything under the sun. I don't know how I'm still alive. It's nothing but pig swill. I guess this will just increase the fear. What else do we have? Just the occult, really. How much do I get from a single extraction? 2. All right, so I need 3 candles. to do damage to these guys. And I guess those are just like events. It looks like he's played 2 of them here. We've almost unlocked whatever this last card is. We could get some more hearts for Sharpie the Clown. Manchester, I see. A commemorative plaque next to one of the canals crossing the Castle Field neighborhood, cradle of the Industrial Revolution. Took thousands of machines to transform the world. Now we'll be able to do the same thing with a single machine. The Grand Charity Gala. I need one of these to cast it on him. Well, I'm about to get 150. So I can use the accounting shortfall here to cancel the Charity Gala. Fire damages at servers in the Hessel subsidiary. The alarms were turned off is being investigated. Cancels the Grand Charity Gala at the last minute and urges its guests to attend next year. I don't have enough fear. What were the other cards I needed here? Candles and politics. I tell you what, I'm actually going to put him up here just for a single cycle at Ashton Lane. Because that'll give him what he needs to upgrade Sharpie the Clown. I see you've overestimated your talent. You're making our subsidiaries in the British Isles very nervous. Because of my long relationship with your parents, I'll give you some advice. Don't try to play grown-up games if you don't want to get hurt. E aggressive. B E aggressive. You seem a little nervous. Could it be that you're the one getting too old for this game? Cruel and impudent. Inherited all the Hammond defects. You've infuriated Victor. His movements will expand more rapidly. Bring it. Punk. Oh, and we can put the Phantoms of the Tunnel in Manchester once we get enough gas. Should I? No, I'm extracting there. I see. Okay, so the more gas naturally extracts, but everything else takes time. And he's in London right now, working on something else. So I'm going to have to send you down here to explore, but we don't have the gas. I'm going to upgrade Stabby the Clown, Sharpie the Clown. Edge? I mean, if he's a knife, Sharpie. I feel like that's maybe it. Yeah. Like some more candy? Come to my trailer with me. Whenever a circus comes to town, disappearances skyrocket. The relationship is clear. Red-nosed killers. If they put on that much makeup, it's to hide something. That's what they say. So let's swap this bad boy out to take... Oh, only 1 pump per city. I see. You've got the candles. I mean, I guess I could put you here and extract a couple cycles of this, which would give us another weapon in this war. Why isn't fear ticking over from up top? I wonder. There is like a passive fear generation that comes from the nearby thing. So there is a reason to upgrade these things as well. Clearly. You can refine other things. So I could like refine blood into gas, for example. If I wanted a little boost. All right, we do have enough to explore the city, and we better do it because there's guys in here. And so that does kind of make sense because like I have some extra blood that I'm probably not going to spend on Sharpie. We should be okay. I only need to do 4 damage, which will be the politics and the destiny. So he should be easy to deal with here. Once we get our eyes opened. Boop, boop. May I put something in here? I need 400 gas. If that's the case, let's go back to extract. Oh, it costs gas to change these. I wish I realized that. Did not realize. You have bonuses to get from the fear meter. Oh, thank you. When I reach the square, Lord Nelson gazes down at me with impotence and fear from atop his column. He knows it too. We will conquer London and make it bow to us. Expenses paid cruise for the doctors. Sounds like a strike threat to me. Everybody else except for the doctor is striking. That's how I figure it. We have gotten -1 to the essences needed to evolve a legend. Well, that's really good. +1 to stealth. Or +50 oleum in a pump permanently. I gotta take that. We have a disinfection of parks going on up here. Quash rumors of a new contagious disease. The government purchased thousands of gallons of liquid disinfectant to be applied in the parks and rec area. I need an infiltration specialist who is ready right now, so let's move him up there. We don't know what's happening here yet in Manchester, so I'm not in any rush. Explore the tents, get another pet. Yeah, I need to get 400 to place a legend here in Manchester, and I'll be able to put a pump in that city then as well. You're jeopardizing our expansion in the British Isles. No more special treatment. From now on, Hessel is at war. You're too late. That's why you'll be defeated. It was always a war. You receive 1 blood. Nice. That'll help Stabby the Clown there. $350 gas. Is that enough? No, I need 4 hundo. I tell you what. I could refine this extra piece of politic. Okay, I understand. So you don't get the gas right away. You still have to wait for it to be, like, usable. There's a bit of extra heart. That'll be enough to level up Stabby. I suppose... What does this card require? Melancholy Janitor. It only requires 3 of these, so there's no reason I couldn't also refine a candle. I just want to know something, which is, like, if I refine here, the candle is actually worth more. So different places get bonuses for different things as well. How they determine that is completely beyond me. Oh, I think it's whatever the other... yeah, okay, that's exactly what it is. It's whatever the other zones in the area have. I don't know. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's wait a second to see what happens. Huh. This will cost 250 gas. This will cost 3 Gaia, which I also don't have. I'm going to have to just take this, I think. Newly disinfected parks appear covered by a layer of mold. Terror about the infanticide virus skyrockets. I'm at 100. I'm making 320 at the end of this cycle, so that should be enough to take the city. If I just want to be a little patient. We could put Phantoms of the Tunnel. Night train, old tunnels of the Animus. What does suck is I'm clearly going to need visions to upgrade this. Three is the max level, so I don't need you to do anything after that. Okay. Well, I'm going to have this guy then. Oh, I can put a Gaia. Oh, amazing. Okay, I can put a Gaia extractor in here. And then I can have him extract, like, much Gaia. And we have every tier laid out on the map, I think. I don't know that you can move tiers around. I would like some gas. Oh, I suppose I could just explore more of the cities. And that will let me, like, unlock visions. Is this game turn-based? It is. There are, like, cycles, so it's kind of like day-based. It's sort of like a paradox game. So they're always ticking up. Your rivals are always ticking up, but you're also always ticking up. Fake prosthesis. The doctors are in on it. A plot? Yeah. Still thinking about letting them operate on you? The Central University investigates the wave of complaints about faulty prosthesis. The conclusions will be made public in a couple of months. We've discovered the South Bridge vaults. A subterranean shadow quivers under the artificial light as if in a bad dream. It strikes me the walls of this place are covered with memories and stories like a layer of dark mold. You receive 3 root and 20 XP. What do we need to level these guys up is a big question. You need a vision. And you need a TV. We also need vision extractors right now. And if you're my exploring guy, you can explore Phoenix Park. And we can upgrade Sharpie the Clown. Sweet candy? He does have all this candy on him. I feel like sweet is going to be the answer. Yes. Expert on the collective unconsciousness. The children are dying to meet him. The Grand Intercontinental Circus Tour cancelled due to accusations and calls for a boycott on social media. Its director has filed suit against several outfits and influencers. New content in the album. Well, Sharpie was a great success. I wish we could move him to other areas. What's this? With fear at the maximum level, the population succumbs to panic. +1 essence extraction. The region's government is considering signing a historical pharmaceutical preferred supplier agreement with Hessel Biopharm. States can affect entire regions and can trigger beneficial effects or harmful ones. Watch them carefully because they can directly affect the stability of the mission. I guess that's what that is. Oh, that's what this is. Exclusive contract. It's playing all its legal cards. Thankfully, I have this sad janitor. After finding the body of a worker hanging in the building's parking garage, the police will keep Hessel's British headquarters closed. Stalled indefinitely. Suck it, dweebs. I got you good. I don't know what help you're getting, Jan, but you're stronger than us. I've decided to shut down Hessel in the British Isles. Mark my words, we'll meet again. Your rival has been defeated. Now all we have to do is wait for the juice. I need vision, and I get lots of bonus vision from here because they're totally succumbed to panic at 100 P. A man carrying a sign that cites "The end is nigh" gesticulates and shouts as if possessed. A gaggle of teenagers passes in front of him. They take a photo, roaring with laughter. He sits down on the curb, feeling dejected and holding his hands in his head. Talk to the man. "It used to be easier to create fear in the old days," he tells me. "You'd mention a good old-fashioned wrath of God, biblical plague, or apocalypse, and everyone would start shaking in there like a leaf. Nowadays, it's another story." I nod sympathetically and put my arm around his shoulders. It was the least we could do. We comrades need to support each other, Master. -5 to occult. But that's okay. I'm going to implant a TV in here. And then I'm going to move you here to explore this cathedral. And I think really all I need to do is dig up some vision to start increasing this. Line 4, night train, old tunnel of the animas. Phantoms of the tunnel. The past? Years ago, tragedy derailed on these tracks. And there were bright flashes in the middle of the tunnel, and now that I know what happened there, I'm never taking that train again. Oh, you're ready to level up. My mystic. A time of the plague, famine, and war, desperation was widespread, and it reached a point where our bodies no longer mattered. We cared only about the eternal life of our souls. In the end, only abyss or a stairway awaits us. Nice boosts. Plague and famine. He needs another vision to level up. Our other guy needs a TV. Derek with the posture check. Thank you. Follow the commandments or else Lucifer will torture your body and soul for all of eternity. Following the mass, the parishioners will line up to deposit their donations in the offering box. That's what they call using fear. These people are ahead of us by thousands of years. Nice. This is, we're doing the occult here, and we just got a huge bump, 10 and 10. No fear, it says, but I feel like that is not true. I'm going to move him back here to extract one cycle of the TV. And I'm going to move you nowhere. I'm going to extract 3 vision, because that'll be enough to upgrade the phantoms. Il Fantôme. We don't have... Nice. We got enough fear here to get an oleum pump. I was gonna say we don't have a rival anymore, so we're not really like rushing on anything, which is amazing. You got your TVs, so let's upgrade the artist. Green absinthe. May the whole world remember us, we used to say when toasting. In those old garrets full of paintbrushes and unfinished canvases, we find hope in our miserable lives inside a bottle. Bohemian artist. They need one more TV. No fear means that fear hasn't reached the city. You should be fine now. Yeah, it just, yeah, it hasn't encapsulated it, I guess. You should probably keep exploring. Somber place. Doubles the evolution speed of occult events? Oh my god. Wow, we really picked the right one to put in here by total fluke. I have 4 eyeballs. I guess let's go dig up more... Sorry, where did I put Gaia? Down here. I can't put you in the city as well. But... Well, he's going to need more vision to level up, so we might as well just get one more cycle here. Seeing me cross the courtyard, 7 huge ravens with clipped wings squawk in alarm. The monstrous echo of the sound makes the panicked tourists flee, and I find myself alone with the stones of the Tower of London. Then, cloaked in shadows, Mr. Nest appears before me. Well, I want to talk to him, obviously. Like my 7 ravens, I can't fly beyond the Tower of London. The future of the kingdoms and the crown depends on it. Tell us a sinister tale about the world outside, and my creatures will be very grateful to you. Well, I have a lot of eyeballs. Let's get a lucky card. You tell them the story of a newborn on the mother's lap who dreamt that he was a dying old man again. A delicious story, says delightful Mr. Nest as his ravens caw and flap. Here is your reward. -1 essence for evolutions. I mean, let's put that here. If we can. Oh, I can only put it on one. Let's put it there then. You got 4 more eyeballs. I want to extract these, but I guess exploring is still my best option right now. Because I need to get up this. Catastrophe? Tragedy derailed on these tracks? Yeah, for sure. Catastrophe is a good one. And the errant souls want to end their journey. Look, a photo of the haunted station before the accident. Do you remember? It was horrible. I still get the shivers when I pass by it. Boop, 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 boop. That should spread to London. We should be enough to get another oleum factory. You've discovered the Palace of Westminster. One of the building's janitors comes towards you carrying a pile of documents. It's impossible to avoid him. We bump into each other. I hide some of the documents in my jumpsuit in the hope that they contain something useful. Plus 5 legend. I mean, sure. You got those. I want to switch you 2 out. And I want you just extracting as much of this as you can. You have 7 eyeballs. That's more than enough. I guess, I don't know. You might as well extract something. Oh, I missed this. Subterranean explorers. Exploring the city's tunnels is all the rage. The sub-under rangers videos have already racked up hundreds of thousands of views. Phantoms of the Tunnel legend. Oh, cool. Yeah. We'll move you off of that ASAP. Oh, you know what? I don't even need to. We got it. We got it. A chip off the old... You live up to your surname. I'm leaving the company in good hands. Oh, I could have gotten that up higher. After making the company the leader in its sector in the British Isles, Jen Hammond is named the new CEO of Phaedro Farm. In Scotland, pharmacies sold out. The authorities of England and Wales ordered the prohibition of generic drugs. That's actually funny because, like, we shut down the other guy that was trying to come in. And the popularity of natural medicine plummeted in Ireland. Ooh. We get bonuses to that. I don't know what that means. I like that it also seems to, like, give you bonuses for having things in, like, certain areas, it feels like. Like playing within the natural legends of those parts of the world. Your career is turning out to be meteoric. You're at the helm of one of the most influential pharmaceutical companies in the world. You accompanied it in the blink of an eye. Accomplished it in the blink of an eye. My wish is still a long way from coming true. This is just the beginning. I need some more details to continue writing your story. Ask me anything. This was part of the deal. Oh, look, sad and lonely little Jen. What did your parents do? They were researchers, virologists, the most brilliant and celebrated in their field. You admired them a great deal, even though they were always so busy. You never had eyes for quiet Jen. Didn't hold them against them, not once. I am what I am thanks to them. Sacrifice requires a cool head and sacrifice. Your pet had never become the apple of your eye, did it? Pets were for other children. These animals were experimental subjects. Empathy just gets in your way. This is how serial killers operate. Did you also learn that from your parents? I have nothing further to say on this topic. I see all I need to... Let's see, coldness and cruelty. That's a good start. As an expert on this subject, which ingredient would work best in the machine? The flame will take an extra cycle to grow in size, or fear spreads faster on the map. Good question. I feel like I end up at capped fear faster than I end up at anything else, so I'm gonna go with coldness. Go on with the story. To consolidate her power in the new position, the young and ambitious Jen needed a dramatic turn of events. How could she get all of Europe hooked on Phaedro's products? Okay, cool. I really like the plot, the story, the continuing story. Health addicts. Make naloxone and relaxum the market leaders and gut the laws regulating dangerous pharmaceuticals. Nolopine is the only remedy for pain. Relaxum is capable of overcoming anxiety. And the sale of opiates should be unrestricted and unregulated. Matthias or Renee? Oh, cool. Our starting agents keep their level up experience. Ooh, baby. That's a good question. I'm going to take Alphias because we actually upgraded them. And 3 is like not bad extraction. 27 days. Oh, you get an extra essence. That's your whole thing. That only knocks 2 days off of infiltration. She's the artist. He's the mystic. No, I'm going to go with him. Your next move is going to be crucial for your career. As the new CEO, all the company shareholders have their eyes fixed on you. Your rise has been meteoric. You bet heavily on these 2 new products, Nolopane and Relaxum. Remember what goes up fast. If I wanted a lesson on cheap philosophy, I would have used my coin in the fortune cookie vending machine. I think it's in bad taste for you to mention our competition. So better we talk about your competition. Not everyone looks kindly on you selling dangerous opiates, so watch your back. You have to transmission your message in 3 regions and stop your rivals. You bet I am. We have a lot of occult. We have very few green things. The Ancient Beast. Central Europe, Southeast Europe, Northern Europe, and Western Europe. Scandinavians have a lot of anxiety, so we're going to give them Relaxum. France loves not being told the rules, so we're going to let them sell opiates. And then I feel like Central Europe is the next one to go. They got the boogeyman in here. Oh, I see. Western Europe has the Ancient Beast. Oh, which gives them bonuses to pain. You get bonuses to violence. Oh, so actually we should put Nolopane in here because they get a natural bonus from the Ancient Beast. I could go Southeast Europe here, which does feel like it's a bit of the Wild West. And then Central Europe we could just have as like a central staging ground. They got the boogeyman though. Let's do that. We'll screw Southeast Europe. We don't need it. And we'll start ourselves in Luxembourg. In some regions, certain legends can be transformed into local myths. A local myth is a legend that fits with the history or tradition of the place and which gives its impact on the terror even greater. The regions where you can obtain a local myth display this icon. If you involve the indicated legend there, the folklore of the place will transform it into a legend that's special, unique, and more powerful. Okay, so I was actually right. This is the case. There are certain things that are based on like the local folklore. That's super cool. Paris. Place de la Concorde. I've reached the heart of Paris. It's raining. The Seine reflects the sky like a dark mirror, and the pattern of raindrops falling on the river reminds me of the splashing of drowning victims. There's no question in my mind, today is a good day for fear. You've heard rumors about a particular region. Did I get a second rumor here? Ooh, somber place. That would be really good. No, that is the Ancient Beast. The boogeyman, the black dog. Fallen innocents, the boogeyman. Chemtrails, the homicidal nurse. The ancient beast. This myth can be converted to a local myth if you evolve it to the highest level. These legends do not evolve with essences, but with rumors about them that you will encounter as you explore all the places in the region. Oh, that rocks. So I'm actually better off exploring here than anything else. And I guess that's really all I can do to start. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. The advertising campaign to introduce Phaedro Farm on the content is ready. It's innovative and very aggressive. Everyone will, including our rivals, will know we're here. We get a bunch of bonus gas. So I think we already have the rumor here. So this gets to evolve once for free. Whip. Smells like earth and dampness. Hundreds of anonymous skulls line the path. The place is like a gigantic, dark, and fascinating underground cathedral. I hear the voice of the poisonous widow emerging from the shadows and have heard another local rumor. Fantastic. Better get the oil pumping. Yeah. Yeah, actually, let's do that right away. The poisonous widow. They're in fact making on new things come in. Yeah. Yeah, the oil is like, the oleum is like definitely the most important thing. Paris is a spider web whose center lies in this crypt, and I'm the one who spins the thread of its desires and your nightmares. If you're generous with me, I'll help you. I could manipulate the dreams of the city's inhabitants, or we could leave things up to fate. +5 to all terrors in the region for 7 eyeballs. You require eyeballs to level up. So implanting eyeballs here is not a terrible idea. But 7 eyeballs would be 112 turns. Oh, you never run out. I can... No, you run out in 199 turns. I see. Okay. We do have room for another terror here. I don't think I'm going to need it. I'm already at 42% and I haven't upgraded this at all. I feel like it would be valuable to explore. 7 eyeballs. Bluff. We're going to explore. Might not be in the mid to late game depending on how things are going. Yeah. A pump in every city is definitely, I think, yeah, crucial. Because the flame always grows, right? And the flame takes away from it. The ancient beasts dominated the planet millions of years ago. Nest? This becomes what? The Loch Ness? The boogeyman? What is the ancient beast is just the name of it. Okay. Food. I think nest. Hell yeah. And they disappeared from it before humans existed. The attacks on livestock continue. Area ranchers claim that cattle disappeared as if by magic. We already have a rumor, so I can just really wait on that one for a while. -1 stealth, +2 intuition. +1 to essence is needed to evolve a legend. +1 unit of each essence implanted in the region. I feel like that's going to be really good. I like this because we have +1 stealth that we added to this character, but what I really want is like mining. Good for the eyeballs on the cornucopia. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, right? I mean, the other option, if I plant it here, there's 3 spots. You know what? There's 3 spots here, and this doubles the speed of occult events. I'm going to put it in here. We'll see how that works for us. If that works for us. We've discovered Berlin. The Reichstag. I arrive in Berlin on a sunny morning and take refuge in the shade of the Reichstag. Few buildings have a past as rich in fire, tragedy, fear, and pain. The naughtiest children vanish without a trace in this town. Doubles the speed of the Passions legend. We can plant the Boogeyman in here. For 400. I have enough to level him up once. I suppose we might as well explore the wall. It seems like a good spot. I'd really like another agent. Ooh, if I brought you back. I can actually do this. And we can get +5 to all terrors in the region. It's going to take some time. What's cooking in the European pharmaceutical market? Rumors of imminent major changes focus the attention of investors. Only 1 resource is actually planted. Yeah, so I thought it would actually... I misunderstood it. I thought it was... It gives you +1 to, like, the production, but I was wrong on that. If I get any closer to these stones, I can feel the cold, the night sirens, and the barbed wire. It's thrilling. I'm before one of the greatest monuments erected to fear in the 20th century. An old soldier with 2 rusty medals on his uniform comes up to talk to me. And we got a local rumor. Can I put gas in here? Not yet, but soon, very soon. For years, you've watched from the turrets of this wall. If you've only known what his eyes have seen. Got any coins, comrade? I could tell you a tragic tale, or perhaps a good war story. Hearts or candles? Oh, so close. I'd rather a lucky card here. If I plant Destiny, I could do 1 round of candles, trade him 150 gas, get 3 candles, and then I could do those candles in exchange for a lucky card. I think that's actually way better for us. Have you heard the tale of the lovers kept apart by the wall? They had a facing windows and grew up at gazing at each other in silence. They fell in love without exchanging a single word until one night. I'll tell you some other time how it ends, comrade. I thought it was +1 the entire time too. Yeah. Sadly, does not seem to be the case. You are so close to being feared up. 1, 2, 3. If you're not asleep, I'll see. The Boogeyman. Does he kidnap? He definitely comes in the night. He also seems to sing. I think it's kidnapping, night, and song. Four, 5, 6. I'll enter your room and play my tricks. What are our children afraid of? A recent study investigates their fears. Supernatural creatures and night terrors top the list of the scariest things. That'll get the city conquered too. Oleum plant. Kidnap the second. Song is, I mean, it's definitely song. I'm seeing that one clear as day. You got 2 candles. Now we can get a lucky card. I move the threads of life and death, says the poisonous widow, but fate is as capricious as the dance of a speck of dust in my web. Let's try your luck. 20 to the Passions legend. I don't have... I have the homicidal nurse. which I'm going to put in Northern Europe. So we can do the storyteller in Northern Europe. And that'll boost Relaxum. Oh, you're not doing anything right now. We got to get you doing something. I suppose. I got the gas. We might as well explore Northern Europe. We're making good gas right now. Nice. And we're already getting fare here from Central Europe. Enough that it looks like it's going to engulf it. The ancient beast is ready. Nest. Family? It seems like food. It dominated the planet millions of years ago and disappeared from it before humanity existed. I'm going to say food. Yes. Wait a minute. Are you sure they disappeared? The Mountain Climbers Association declares the Central Highlands a high-risk zone. What some of our buddies swear they've seen up there, that would make you think you've gone mad. Nice. That ticks off our terror pain for Western Europe. News about animals being eaten. You were correct. That is correct. Pedro Farm advertises its 2-star products all over Europe. The company hits the continental market like an earthquake. I should probably put another card here. I might need it. I don't know, actually. I think if this levels up one more time, we should be fine. Oh, nice. And Alphias is leveled up. Gift or curse. In the middle of the night, someone threw a burning torch into my house. You're an ally of the devil, and I curse you for all time, sorcerer. Just a few hours earlier, and at his request, I had revealed the destiny of his lineage to him, a visionary. Strength 4, intuition, and stealth. Needs 2 more eyeballs. I love this. This is really cool. How many stories are they going to have? And we've discovered Oslo. Laden ships enter and leave the docks, and ports of Oslo smells of salt, damp, and toil. When we're done, it will smell of fear, chaos, and desperation. Whoever said Northern Europeans don't know how to have fun? We are going to put... What do you need? Crutches. And passions. If I put the homicidal nurse in Northern Europe, it's going to cost me 600 gas? For real? You're an expensive one. The black dog is 400. Chemtrails are only 400. They would also work. I just feel like this would be useful here. I guess we'll find out. All right, well, we'll save up. In the meantime, you can probably head back. I've got a rumor for you. I don't have any more rumors for you. Yeah, so let's head back here and we'll explore the Notre Dame Cathedral. The art style in this is so cool. Isn't it amazing? It's like, it's so well made. Visually, it is just a feast for the eyes. Oh, Renee is here to help. Oh, incroyable. Well, you're exploring the city. Uh-oh, what's this? Unknown threat against Phaedro. Rumors start that someone is working on something very big against Phaedro Farm, but we still don't know who's behind it or what it will consist of. It'd be good to take preventative measures. All right. We'll send Alphias there in a minute. He needs eyeballs. What does the homicidal nurse need? Red. Which is heart, blood. So I tell you what, we're going to send you up here and you're going to just start digging for blood, which you get huge amounts of. Yeah, I'm going to save up for that 600 so that we can do the passions boost up here. I think it's the way to go. I am going to need another rumor for the boogeyman, but all things in due time. I've been the best Christian, and now I'm dying like a dog. What has my faith done for me? An old man kneeling at the altar complains bitterly. He receives only an eloquent silence in reply. I adore when someone unmasks our competition. It was the Great Fire. It was no accident. It was them. The ancient beasts caused the last Great Fire. I love it. Let's send you here, because you will infiltrate the heck out of that in no time. Ooh, and look who's back. Soldier Schumann. If you want to know the ending of my lover's tale, you'll have to give me some coins. You want to know how it ends? It could have a violent conclusion or a spooky ending. I don't really want to give up my gas, so I'm going to hold on to that for right now. 1970s comics, yeah. It's very good. Very cool art style. Certain fear meter exists as another one. Yeah, different events seem to unlock the agents. I don't know if we get multiple different kinds or if it's always the same two or what the deal is. So this is a song for sure. On the boogeyman. 789, any child in my sack is mine. He had to bring her home from camp. She swears she saw that thing about to come in through the dormitory window and take her away. Giving the boogeyman a little boost. We'll explore again here and get another rumor in a minute. That's 650, which is enough to put the homicidal nurse in Oslo. It's time for your special medicine, Mr. Hopkins. She's going to take a lot of heart to boost, but we got heart mining for days. Uh-oh. Here comes our rival. Boop, boop. Frozen state for 90. Oh, can I do this because I have... Raise security to red alert to neutralize the event, or applies the frozen state for 90 to cancel the event. But that stops my legends for 90 days. Year 12 takes away from getting another thing of hearts. I could also gas up for hearts, but I don't have the gas, so I'm actually just going to wait 10 days. And now we can neutralize it. We discovered the armed individuals were planning to disrupt operations at our warehouse, and they seemed well organized. After that, let's throw old Elias into our rivals event. Oh, I also need you to get another rumor, don't I? I do. Nurse Ratchet over here. It's me again. Gosh, it's so pretty. It's so gorgeous, Courtney. It's incredible. Thank you so much for the hookup this morning. I actually need more hearts for this. And we'll have to figure out what else we need in Northern Europe. Chemtrails, maybe? I don't think so. I think if we just level up this nurse, it'll be enough. Julie Lacroix, founder and president of the Clean Europe Foundation, an ultra-conservative French movement with great influence all over the continent. It has important political and economic contracts thanks to the charisma of the founder, a wealthy aristocrat whose family, in her own words, is descended from the Sun King, Louis XIV. To preserve traditional European values, and for some reason ending the importation of opioids has become part of the agenda. Well, let's start spying. We're gonna need evidence. We're gonna need secrets. Welcome to the continent. I have two pieces of advice. Remember that the civilized road, we drive on the right side of the road. Civilized world. And second, I do not like those things you're selling one bit, nor do many other influential people, so go back to your islands. I take note of the advice, or should I say threat? The people keep cleaning up Europe, and I'll keep doing my job. Oh, she's working in Southeast Europe, which we have no information on. But our spy is really good, so. Let's upgrade the homicidal nurse. Poison? Health? Elderly? I feel like those are the three. I don't know that she's poison is the problem. She's a nurse, so health makes sense. Yeah, that's poison. That's poison for sure. Doctors don't know what you need. Teaser for the nursing home from hell premieres on the 19th of December. Terror in a nursing home, says 1998 child. There's so many little things, just like the little jokes that they make, the little hints. You're gonna need more hearts, so I might as well extract them now. And the ancient beast is ready for its final level. Saliva? Or family? I feel like family is probably what I'm going to lean on here. Because it looks like it's a family of ancient pterodons. Building? No, I don't think building. News was about the fire in the building. Oh, they just said that the last fire, the great fire, was caused by them. And they did say by them. I'm going to go with family. Yes. Nailed it. New Jurassic terrors. Many animals we thought were extinct may not be in reality. Just because we don't see them doesn't mean they don't exist, says Dr. Bauer, cryptozoology expert. This should evolve. The Cathedral Gargoyles, a local myth in Paris. Old nightmares in flesh and stone. I don't know if building might have also worked. Well, that's going to be a huge bump. Yeah, that's really cool. I love that they also teach you about these, like, myths. Oh, we can also drop the storyteller up here. Give her a bump to the Terror of Death. That should fly our fear factor up there. This is going to hit 80, so that's almost done. This one has a fair bit to go. But that's okay. We're not slowing down. We got 450 gas. Do we want to throw some chemtrails in Central Europe? What else do we have? The Fallen Innocents. You get a bonus towards Passion Legends. So I actually think that's a good idea. Doubles the evolution speed of Passion Legends. Yeah, it's going to cost us 600 gas. But we're not far off that. I'm interested in Julie Lacroix's origins. The story about Louis XIV sounds fishy to me. Birth certificates are from pre-computer era stored in a local notary office. An elderly clerk watches over the room while smoking a foul-smelling cigarettes. Let's poke around the archives. Sneak in, easily search for the birth certificate. The president of Clean Europe. I've got it. The document proves that her biography is totally invented. Her family immigrated here and her parents were as poor as church mice. I wonder where her current fortune comes from. We need roots to do the fake biography. Clean Europe headquarters. I gotta start this. I know I need to check out Southeast Europe. Well, I don't need to, actually. We could have this blocked and it wouldn't matter. But I don't have anything to counter this right now, so I might as well just keep going. I do have gas, but I don't want to use it. Not when the Fallen Innocents are ready. 1944. Sir, we can't drop bombs. They're all civilians. Amazing. That's also going to take eyeballs to level up, which is really easy for us to mine. We've got a really good setup this time. Do you have... You need a pump. You have a pump. Should try to get a pump up here. She's going to take 4, so that's enough for her. We can move here and start extracting eyeballs. I could also just start extracting roots, which is not a terrible choice. And we could put the black dog also in the catacombs here. It doesn't really seem like we need to. Then again, it would max out this area really fast. Probably better progression to get all countries to 100 before ending. It does seem like that's the case, yeah. Do you saw the future? The Clean Europe Foundation occupies an immense, modern, multi-story building. Dozens of beaming young volunteers, all of them white and all clones, walk up in its halls briskly. Stop at the entrance to the restrooms. Under the nose, I can hear someone with a very high-pitched voice sobbing behind the doors. I guess the woman's room? Unless it's a high-pitched man. Group of volunteers turns over the sink. One of them turns around, looks at me with a manic smile. Hooray for Clean Europe. Clean and young, clean and healthy. And she breaks into noisy laughter. She wipes white powder from her nose. God, there's more to do. That did not get me the answers I seeked. But we can at least write a new page in the comic. The campaign will be a smashing success, Mrs. Hammond. Addictive potential. Destroy this immediately. Nolapane overtakes ibuprofen as the most consumed analgesic in the region. Oh, I need to explore up here. The fire is starting to go up, so we're losing gas. We're losing the juice. We have lots of eyeballs. Eyeballs for days. You need a rumor. Let's get you exploring, because that'll max out the boogeyman. Hundreds of young people all over the region are going to the traditional summer camp in southeastern Europe. Something about their permanent smiles that unsettles me. Have you ever seen an automaton smile? Someone is sobbing in the men's room. It was the men's room. That's really funny. Ooh, in the progress bar. Thank you. I found teenage Raoul sobbing inside the stalls. The coordinators are always yelling at me. They scream at me and insult me all day long, and I can't take it anymore. They threaten to call Leolo Boys Club if I tell anybody about it. What is that club? Abusing 15-year-olds. Roots. Okay. If I send him back to mine roots, he can probably get 3 in a single setting. I'm going to have to send you here to explore the CD200 gas. I don't like that. I have enough eyeballs to level you up. Bombing civilians. Military bombs. Proceed with the operation. That's an order. Strange night noises. The neighborhoods tell of wails, streams, and explosions, and they relate them to the tragic events of the last Great War. That's going to push us into the other city here, too. Which is good. You don't need anything. You don't need anything. You guys are all good. We'll get this rumor, and the boogeyman will get upgraded. And actually, that might be enough to take us. The homicidal nurse only needs 1 more. Oh, yeah, thank you. +1 to an intuition. I mean, obviously, I just want to keep boosting our super spy. Commence order 66. 10 to a legends values. 50 oleum in a pump is also really good. But how do I not upgrade my dudes? Which one is it? This guy. It's such a good deal. The homicidal nurse is ready with her poison. Thanks to me, you're looking better every day. So Elder is the next one. They say that what she really wants is to get her hands on the victim's money. She's a soulless monster. Yeah, it's definitely going to push us up all the way there. Deaths from overdoses. Hospitals in the region are reporting deaths from Nolopain and Relaxum from overdose. Some victims' family members are going to file suit, losing us 200 gas unless we infiltrate. In the meantime, in Berlin, we've located one end of the Parisier Platz, the size of the Brandenburg Gate, at odds with its real use. A gate that can't be closed and that leads to nowhere. I walked through it before leaving and confirmed my suspicion. The world is exactly the same on both sides. If it's nighttime and you hear a cowbell, hide under the bed. We have enough to upgrade you, Boogeyman. And upgrade you, I will. You seem to kidnap people. I am correct. The spine-chilling lullaby. What do I do with her? She's been shaking like this for nights on end. She'll get over it. Remember how we used to hear the same stories when we were little? And the Boogeyman evolves into Krampus. Oh, that makes sense. The monstrous Krampus wanders errantly through your album. Have you been a good child? Tonight we'll find out. Well, Central Europe is Dunzo. One might even say it is Dunzo Balunzo. In the meantime, you're going to move over here and you're going to extract 3 roots so that we can cancel this event. And these guys are done. We got them. Bucharest. Oldest part of the city of Bucharest, I hear a local say, under these ruins, the exquisite and divine Vlad Tepes formed his court. I get excited hearing that. What better omen could we receive? Yeah, we'll get those roots in a couple of days. You, in the meantime, need to infiltrate that. Roots. 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 So, I mean, like, I'm just ready to win these right now. Do I conquer the rest of this territory, or do we just cash them? Do not finish both. But I want to know what the comic book says. Bittersweet pills. Jen, your parents, there's been a terrible accident. They're both dead. Double blind. In the eyes of God, all sin is seen and judged. The region's pharmacies will relax restrictions on potentially addictive drugs. Now, instead of losing 200 oleum, I lose 100 oleum. Well, I guess it's still better than nothing. You should probably explore that city. And you should probably explore this city so that I can build an oleum pump. Pedro Farms have taken off in the last year. It's now one of the most profitable companies in the world. You have this club event that I need. I need 5 of these little political guys. So I guess we could put them there. You discovered Warsaw in Central Europe. It's a national treasure. The song was called Tristesse in the Days. We adore this melody. Let's just put a oleum refinery here, and then I want you to go back, probably. An opera house. Oleum refinery here as well. That should be a nice big boost. Oh, I could just throw a legend down here once I have enough gas. What do I need? I need politics. I need 5 politics. We'll keep exploring in the meantime. Fear meter reward. Thank you. Ooh, +2 to mining, -1 to intuition. Now. I could put that on them to round them out a bit more, but you also seem very suited for this. You are my minor specializer. My bohemian artist. In every competition, in every gallery, at every auction, I always got second billing. Does anyone remember the second best artist in Florence after Michelangelo? She's envious. You look like you're about to level up. You are, actually. That's great. 80%. 97%. You need more eyeballs. I see. You've discovered City Hall, where a man got the Nobel Prize, becoming disgustingly rich by selling gunpowder and dynamite. I don't know that I need anything in here right now, so I'm just going to leave it. I guess let's just, like, explore the whole map. You've got enough for level up. I had to leave my village, continue drifting behind my eyelids with God, and was able to see the future in the coldness of exile. The people began to listen, and with the heat of my words, I started a heretical fire. Yeah, you need more and more eyeballs. So that's what we'll do next. Ignore the progress I did say. Oh, this progress meter you meant. I see, I see. A new event. -5 in all regions. Well, we can fix that. A new event in Central Europe. The cat in the machine affects game over. No one knows how she got here or why she likes playing among these games so much, but we do know that Rita, the cat who lives in the machine, starts to get bored when the master intentionally prolongs a mission. Interesting. So it knows I'm ready to win. Fear is a man's best friend. Oh, some free level ups. Well. We can do that. The large protest march movement has been neutralized because they found out that they were abusing children. And you, if you could extract some eyeballs and level up the fallen innocents here, it'd be nice. All I have to do is click this button and I win. So as long as I do that before the cat gets too cranky. If you don't win by 140 turns, it's over. Yeah. Ah, you need more hearts as well. I might be able to get 4 hearts with you. You have 8 mining. Military. Drop the bombs on civilians. Massacre. May God forgive us for this. I see them screaming in the shadows whenever I try to sleep, but I was just following orders. Grandpa, you have to rest. You'll end up back at the hospital. How many do I need? 5. That guy's gone, who I can trade with. Let the detective act and follow out who's behind this. -5 to all terrors in the region, but unlocks a new incursion. Or your rival attains 40 funds. Avoid worse problems by giving the detective some unimportant information. That's fine. I really probably should put the black dog or chemtrails. 15 and 10 or 15 and 10. It's not really a lot of anything. We'll throw some chemtrails in here. The golden rules of perfect fumigation. My spy is not doing anything. We'll send them to the Lilo Club. Everything all right, dear? I hear that you and your people are having a rough time adapting to the continent. It would be a shame if anything bad were to happen. We're persistent but not unreasonable. Your two products conflict somewhat with the interests of the very important people I represent. Stop selling them and the harassment will end. I feel like we've been aggressive with everybody so far. I'm going to keep that up. For someone who aims to clean up Europe, you leave a rather putrid odor behind you. You receive 2 hearts. Oh, that's convenient. My homicidal nurse can level up. And you're going to need green, which we don't have anywhere at the moment. But I could put easy. Elderly. The angel of death dresses in white. I was lucky to make it out alive. I met 3 other patients in that hospital, and now they're all dead, an alleged victim tells us. The homicidal nurse is maxed out. We reach the door of the Lilo Club. Find it's been closed for years. You hear music coming from inside. We force open the door. Go in the mail room. I see hundreds of people with shaved heads jumping up and down in a punk band. Dozens of weapons, traces of cocaine, and a box bearing the Clean Europe logo being used to store ammunition. Paramilitary groups. That one only requires a little bit of mining. If I put you over here, you extract 3. What do I need? 4? 5. Yeah, the other guy's busy though. Then again, I could have you explore. Or investigate, because actually these guys are about to get another thing, so we better figure out as much as we can. Try to milk as much XP as I can before this cap becomes an issue. A viral video campaign, Clean Europe, Clean Pharmacies. We got a ton more fuel. Oh my god, we have so much fuel. What am I doing? Can I throw Black Dog down here? I actually don't have this explored. Chemtrails in the air. Invisible insectoids so the bugs never see it coming. Experts say that the lines we see in the sky are condensation trails, although some critical voices claim otherwise. Dum dum dum. What do you need? Hearts. All right, we're definitely running out of juice here. Entering the forum. A few hours of sniffing around, you're expelled. We need a TV to do that one. Do we have TV building? No, we have roots. We can build the TV down here. Keep an eye on this cat. That's the TVs. I need to anonymous dirty laundry about this viral campaign. Restructuring is expected immediately. I can't kill him with the paramilitary group. I'm close, but not close enough. Oh, that only did 1 damage. Oh, bummer. All right, well, that's fine. We'll kill him with this, and then we'll end. The board denies all links between Clean Europe and the paramilitary groups, but the suspicion has done irreparable damage. I don't even have the eyeballs to upgrade this one, so let's just cash it. Incurable pain. Phaedro Farms profits skyrocket and victims of opioid overdoses reach record numbers. I like the cat in the machine. That's a cute little thing. All of Europe is under the influence of your laboratory. After eliminating all regulations, Phaedro Farm drugs are the best sellers in Europe. Okay, cool. So what this is, it actually just, it delays the flame on your next mission by X number of cycles. So that's 1 full cycle. And it looks like you can cash in 3 of them. Yeah, all right. So that gives you a good reason to save up for that. Dope. Dope. Can we see the Shepherd the Clan, the homicidal nurse? There are 74 legends in total. Utopias. Ooh. These are the cards, the Arcana. You use 3 lucky cards of this kind. 2 lucky cards of this kind. Oh, neat. Okay, yeah. The power, the form, the passions. Okay, so when you fully unlock a thing, it unlocks it in the catalog here. The Krampus, the Ancient Beast, the Boogeyman, the Cathedral Gargoyles. We did a lot of occult stuff. Super cool. I love that there's 3 campaigns. My God. That all seem to have like 4 missions each. We're definitely going to check out more of this game. We'll be back with it tomorrow and on Friday as well. What a great little first look at it in the meantime. Thank you for joining me. It's been a ton of fun. I can't wait to see more. I can't wait to explore more.